Alright YouTube fans, it's Hair BMW back again with another maintenance project on my 06 330i. Today we're going to be replacing the bracket for the power steering reservoir. As you can see, this is the new one, and they have pressed in studs for the components that attach. And when I got the car, this one was sitting in there but is broken off. So from the good folks at BMW of South Atlanta, I have the new one, and there's the part number 32416768 cheap part, price wise. Really not a whole lot to it, but nevertheless it's pretty straightforward. There's 4 10mm, actually in this case nuts. One of them obviously don't have to do anything with. I've already taken this clamp here loose, which the other part is affixed to the bracket, so I'll take that off when I get the bracket out and get everything loosened up. I've commented before that I'm constantly amazed the more I work on these BMWs how many different fasteners these guys decide they need to have. Business that I work in, we deal with service parts for appliances, and it's crazy. They're also a German company, so they're the same kind of fanatical German engineers who are incredibly good at what they do. There's no doubt about that, and make best products going, BMWs in the appliance case, but just crazy. They're both fasteners are 10mm, but they're completely different fasteners. So I'm not sure why they couldn't have used the same fasteners, but undoubtedly they have a reason, and well, that's what that is. So we're gonna just get this bracket here up and loose. We've got this loose. Now I gotta figure out what I want to do about this power steering reservoir. I don't want it to just flop around, so I've got to over here there's a nut. I've got to get that loose. Well, actually I don't have to get that loose, I don't think. If I can get it far enough back there out of the way, I should, I think, just have to get the two nuts that are down inside there out. So I think I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll get back with you here in just a minute. Well, back to you here, YouTube fans. I wanted to give you the final product of the new bracket for the power steering reservoir. You can see it's all nice and shiny. All the studs mounted back on. The little plastic receiver piece was removed and put on. And what I found really interesting, and I don't know, it may be a little hard to see. Let's see if I can change the angle a little bit. Alright guys, so I've got the bracket back on, and it's really amazing. The BMW engineers, there's a nut that goes right behind here, which you have to put on from underneath, and it was a dickens to try and get to it with because you need an extend away here, but right down in this hole there's a fastener right here. It's difficult to tell, but right behind the tip of my finger there's a fastener, and with the reservoir out of the way, this reservoir out of the way, you're trying to get the wrench back in here, the socket, and it was a Dickens. And then I realized that, again, it's hard to see, and I understand that, but right here there's a little bit of a scalloped area, and I realized that if you just took your extension in your socket, you go right through that little divot, right in there, and it lines up perfectly with that stud. So my my hat, not that I wear one, but my hat is off to the German engineers. They really do think of everything, and if there is a joy to be found in working on these cars, it has to be the thought and the engineering that goes into making them what they are. I just absolutely get a kick out of it every time I get into them. So anyway, sorry about the light. You can see it's a nice shiny new bracket, and daggone, that power steering fluid just gets everywhere. I had that all cleaned up nice, and now it's all dusty again. So yeah, you know, something to do next weekend. So